initial knee-jerk reaction for 3 to 4 years. But eventually, what is going to happen is that they both will end up complementing each other, whereas drugs will create a funnel. A funnel, samajhte? Funnel for the surgery. And surgery will create a funnel for the drug.
Developed the first long-lasting drug to fight obesity. The experimental medication called Maritide only needs to be injected once a month and has been proven to help patients lose an estimated 20% of their body weight. That's compared to weekly jabs for Ozempic users. Researchers say their sample of 600 adults continue to drop kilos even after they'd stopped taking the treatment. Like other weight loss drugs, though, some participants saw side effects including nausea and vomiting.
There may be a new obesity drug in pharmacies, one that doesn't involve needles or shots. A new late-stage clinical study showed Eli Lilly's experimental pill cut weight by 11% in patients. But investors aren't cheering. In fact, shares fell on the news. Why? Wall Street was expecting the drug, called orforglipron, to perform better and more in line with its injectable counterparts. For example, Novo Nordisk's blockbuster weight loss shot, Wegovy, helped patients shed up to 15% of their body weight in trials. Lilly's own shot, Zepbound, had even better results. Even though the shots are wildly popular, patients and investors alike are eager for a pill to hit the shelves. Analysts say pills are key to reaching more people in a market that's forecast to grow $95 billion by 2030, according to Goldman Sachs. However, the science behind getting the same results in a pill as in a shot has been challenging. Drug giants Pfizer and AstraZeneca have faced setbacks before. As for what's next for Eli Lilly and orforglipron, the company plans to submit the findings for approval by the end of the year. If approved, the daily weight loss pill could hit pharmacies as soon as 2026. Bridget Bright, Bloomberg News.
Been a big breakthrough in the race to turn the very popular GLP-1 weight loss drugs from an injectable medicine into a pill. Eli Lilly and Company has developed a drug called orforglipron that is performing very well in testing. If approved by federal regulators, it could become the first of its kind to treat obesity.
Because orforglipron is an oral, it has a few advantages over the injectables. The first is that many patients and doctors, I should say, see an injectable as a more severe, serious medicine. And they think, well, I'm not that sick. I have maybe early milder obesity or early milder type 2 diabetes. I'm not ready for an injection. Give me a pill. The second is obvious. Needles are scary to people, and injections sometimes can hurt, and there are people who just say, I'm not going to take an injection. And so for them, great to have an oral, and we're happy to do that. The third is a more sort of pragmatic, logistical problem. Injectables come in devices and automated syringes. They need to be refrigerated. They need to be shipped in refrigerated trucks and stored at the pharmacy in refrigerators. So what happens when a patient goes to a pharmacy today is they're often told, oh, we don't have that medicine. Come back in a few days. Why doesn't the pharmacy have it? Because they need to keep it refrigerated. They only have a few small refrigerators. We make different strengths, and they come in big boxes, and the refrigerators can't accommodate it, so they end up sort of trying to get it for patients when they need it. So there are all of these logistical challenges in getting it. That's here in the United States. In other countries, it could be even harder. And maybe they don't have great infrastructure for refrigerated transport of medicines or refrigerators at their pharmacies. And so as we think about obesity as a global problem, we need medicines that can just be made and shipped and used more easily, and an oral fits in there. And finally, I don't know if this drives patients or doctors' thinking, but it drives our thinking. Injectables require plastic devices and needles, and that translates into medical waste. And as we think about 1 billion people around the world with obesity and type 2 diabetes, we'd better to have solutions that don't create that waste, and an oral obviously is much more efficient in that way.
Lilly is expected to seek approval for orforglipron
later this year, after more studies are completed. If it's approved, the pills could be on shelves at some point next year. That could fuel even bigger demand for these weight loss medicines, since pills would likely be cheaper than the current injectable formulations.
What's really exciting for the company and investors in that stock is that the company recently filed for FDA approval of its oral semaglutide.
Gatlin says that the May filing was a bit of a surprise, as analysts projected Lilly would be the first to launch an obesity pill. But now it looks like Novo is going to beat it to the punch.
I think it's going to be interesting to watch the space for oral weight loss drugs. Analysts and experts say that injections will still be more efficacious than the pills. However, a lot of patients are needle phobic. Some patients live in areas where they can't reliably refrigerate their injectable medications. And so this opens up the market to patients who wouldn't otherwise seek an injection. And then there's patients who've been on injections for some time. They've lost the weight they want to lose, and they're looking for something of a maintenance option that's a little bit easier to use. And that's where the pills could really take off.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something that's on everyone's mind: weight loss. But not just diet and exercise. We're talking about a groundbreaking new chapter in medicine, a new wave of drugs that are completely changing how we treat obesity. For a long time, we've thought of obesity as a simple problem. Eat less, move more, right? But science has shown us that it's much more complex. Obesity is a chronic disease, influenced by a cocktail of factors: genetics, hormones, our environment, and even our gut bacteria. It's not a lack of willpower, it's a medical condition. Understanding this is the first and most crucial step. It means we need to treat it like any other chronic illness, like high blood pressure or diabetes, with medicine, not just with discipline. For decades, weight loss drugs were, well, let's just say they were often a last resort. They had limited effectiveness and sometimes serious side effects. Think of drugs that suppressed appetite with stimulants, which could be risky. But today, the game has changed completely. The new generation of weight loss drugs works on a completely different principle. They are called GLP-1 receptor agonists, and they mimic a natural hormone in your body called GLP-1. When you eat, your body releases this hormone. It has three main jobs. It tells your brain you're full, which reduces your appetite. It slows down the emptying of your stomach, so you feel fuller for longer. It helps your pancreas release insulin, which helps regulate blood sugar. So these new drugs basically turn up the volume on that natural, I'm full signal, helping you eat less without feeling constantly hungry. The two most talked about drugs right now are Ozempic and Wegovy, which are both the same drug, semaglutide, just in different doses. And there's also Mounjaro, or tirzepatide, which works on two different hormones, making it even more powerful. These aren't magic pills. They are a tool, a powerful one, but a tool nonetheless. Clinical trials have shown that patients can lose a significant amount of their body weight, much more than with older drugs or lifestyle changes alone. This kind of weight loss is not just about looking better. It's about a massive improvement in health. We're talking about a reduced risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and joint problems. This is about changing lives. Now, it's crucial to be realistic. These drugs aren't for everyone. They can have side effects, like nausea, vomiting, or stomach pain, especially at the beginning. They are also not a one-time fix. To maintain the weight loss, most people have to stay on the medication long-term. And then there's the cost. These drugs are expensive, and insurance coverage can be a huge hurdle. This raises serious questions about equitable access to these life-changing medications. Also, it's vital to remember that these drugs work best when combined with a healthy lifestyle. They don't replace diet and exercise. They make them more effective. We are at a turning point in how we treat obesity. These new drugs are more than just a trend. They are a medical breakthrough that treats a complex disease at its core. They offer hope and a new path forward for millions of people. If you're considering this option, remember to talk to your doctor. They are the best person to help you understand if these medications are right for you. What do you think about this new era of weight loss drugs? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.